Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam tullah.
Sheikh, there was a time when I deeply questioned the purpose of prayer since Allah does not need us to pray. For decades, I never found an answer that fully satisfied my mind. Then after listening you, I decided to stop overthinking and just focus on praying. And Alhamdulillah, this helped me a lot. But Sheikh, even now, certain thoughts keep returning, like reciting Surah Al-Fatiha in every rakah every single day feels monotonous. So Shaytan tells me that to pause and pray only when you truly feel the urge. So I block the thought immediately. But my subconscious mind, Sheikh, is still searching for an answer. So Sheikh, how should I deal with this in a way that strengthens my faith rather than just suppressing the thoughts? Jazakallah.
Wa jazakum. Akhi, this role of Shaytan in this world, his objective is only one, to get you in hellfire with him on the day of judgment. How he does this? There are so many ways. This is not the time to explain them. But one of them is overthinking. So when you know that Shaytan is throwing these curveballs in your head, when you know that Shaytan is the one who is trying to look for unnecessary answers to questions that nobody asks about, and you know that this would lead you to going astray, not focusing on your salat, losing the sweetness of ibadah. If you listen to Shaytan, you're the one who's to be blamed, because Shaytan is doing his job. You're the one who opened the door and invited him in. There is nothing you could do but to block it, ignore it, and move on. And think positively of Allah and love Islam. This would happen. He would subside and go back and would rest for 3-4 months until you are comfortable and you put your guard down. He will attack you again. And this cycle goes on and on and on for decades until your soul leaves your body. So never feel safe, because Shaytan is always lurking in the dark, waiting to strike and to kill you if he can. Sam from Canada.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa barakatuh.
How are you, Sheikh?
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Sheikh, I don't know if this is OCD or waswas, but I know somebody, he's saying that for 3 to 4 months, whenever he urinates, and then he's making wudu, and then a few minutes later, he's feeling like a coolness in his private area, and then he's checking, and then sometimes it's there or sometimes it's not, or he doesn't know what it is. Either it's maybe the sprinkle from the water, or it's like he's just getting confused, and he doesn't have medical history, and so I don't know how would we advise him with this?
Well, Akhi, يعني, I myself, when I make wudu, I feel coolness, but in my heart, not somewhere else. So this doesn't mean anything. The rule is certainty is not affected by doubt. And checking upon yourself like this and checking your private part every 5-10 minutes would open a can of worms that you would not be able to tolerate. What you should do is you should tell your friend to urinate, and after the urine flow stops, there's no drips, nothing coming out naturally, he has to pour water and overwhelm his private part with water. So now the whole place is soaked. He would not be able to determine whether a drop of urine came or not. The whole thing is wet. Then he has to do the sunnah. The sunnah is to sprinkle his inner garment with water. So his underwear, he just sprinkles a little bit of water on it so the area is wet. And he lifts up his clothes and moves on. Whenever he gets a thought, he never goes and check. The feeling that he gets is from Shaytan. The Prophet told us, ﷺ, that there are 2 devils. And he even went further to name them. One is Khinzab, and he's responsible to mess up with our heads in issues regarding to prayer. The other one is Al-Walhan, and his job is to mess up with our heads with issues pertaining to purity, wudu, and the likes. So Al-Walhan is doing a good job because he's confusing you and he's making you doubtful and checking all the time. Don't do this. Do what I tell you and move on, and inshallah in a couple of days you'll be fine. Abdullah from Bangladesh.
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
My question is, if Shaytan is chained up during Ramadan, Then why do people still experience waswas or OCD? Jazakallah khair.
Wajazak. The Prophet ﷺ indicated, and we should learn from his teachings and not just pick up a single word or phrase and then allow Shaytan to confuse us and then cast doubts in our own religion, which we brought up to ourselves. The Prophet said, ﷺ, when it is Ramadan, the masters of the jinn are chained. And in a narration he says, so they do not do what they were capable of doing in the past. He did not say that they are not able to mobilize or move or do anything. He stated that their danger is far less, but the danger still remains, and they're still giving whispers and plotting, but much lesser in Ramadan than other months, and Allah knows best.